In the same way, equipped with the same member of military phalanxes, each and every time he was defeated, and all his soldiers were killed by Krishna. And each time he had to return disappointed in the same way. Each time the princely order of the Yadu dynasty arrested Jarasandha in the same way and again released him in an insulting manner. And each time Jarasandha shamelessly returned home. We see that how many times Krishna becomes so kind to us. As I was giving an example, the time of leaving our body will be so painful. We won't be able to bear that pain. We will cry out. Actually, it says that until we tell Krishna that please take me away, he won't take away. He lets you live. So pain will be so great that again we will pray to Krishna. And every time we take birth in the womb of a mother, that's what we do. Pray to Krishna constantly. That's the activity we perform when 9 months. And that's why I was thinking that Krishna should give us so much suffering in our life so we don't become relaxed. May every step of our life fill with suffering so we can never forget Kunti Devi prays like that. And it makes a lot of sense because when we have the material facilities that we can comfortably live, it's very, very difficult to attain the love of God. That's why Kunti Devi is praying like that. That please give me the obstacle at every step of my life, so I will remember you. Because only in that when unbearable situation comes, when the pain will come so much before we leave this body, we will pray to Krishna. So we need those suffering in this life. And actually, that will give us the taste of what the love of Krishna is. So maybe externally people may say that, oh, look at this devotee suffering, but in reality, they are relishing every single moment because they have the presence of Krishna in their life. So we should beg for it. Please give us the suffering, Krishna. While Jarasandha was attempting one such attack, a Yamana king somewhere to the south of Mathura became attracted by the opulence of the Yadu dynasty and also attacked the city. It is said that the king of the Yamanas, known as Kaliyavan, was induced to attack by Narada. This story is narrated in Vishnu Puran. Once Gargamuni, the priest of the Yadu dynasty, was taunted by his brother-in-law. And when the king of the Yadu dynasty heard the taunt, they laughed at him. And Gargamuni became angry at the Yadu kings. He decided that he would produce someone who would be very fearful to the Yadu dynasty. So he pleased Lord Shiva and received from him the benedictions of a son. So he begot this son, Kaliyavan, in the wife of a Yamana king. This Kaliyavan inquired from Narad Muni as follows: who are the most powerful king in the world? And Narad Muni informed him that the Yadus were the most powerful. And being thus informed by Narada, Kaliyavan attacked the city of Mathura at the same time that Jarasandha attempted to attack it for the 18th time. We never learn the lessons, Haribol. Kalyaman was very anxious to declare war on the king of the world, who would be a suitable combatant for him. But he had not found any yet, Haribo. However, being informed about Mathura by Narada, he thought it is wise to attack that city. So when he attacked Mathura, he brought with him 30 million Yavana soldiers. Haribo. When we have more, we become so puffed up. We increase our pride. We take pride of these things. But actually, happiness is there when you alone walk in your life, you know, taking complete shelter of Krishna. He can break our heart, or he can give whatever circumstances Krishna give us. We should feel so happy. He is so kind. So when Mathura was thus besieged, Lord Shri Krishna began to consider how much the Yadu dynasty was in distress. Krishna is so kind. He, as a dwell in our heart, he can understand. Being threatened by the attack of the two formidable enemies, Jarasandha and Kalyaman, that 18th time Kalyaman is joining. So time was growing very short, and Kalyaman was already besieging Mathura from all the sides. And it was as expected that the next day Jarasandha would also come, equipped with the same number of divisions of soldiers as in his previous 17 attempts. How this demons every time, 17 times, just think about it. How many soldiers Krishna kill? Still they create. Because it's very easy to, attract those people against Krishna, because we are all demoniac. We can never perceive the good quality of Krishna, how he is. Krishna is transcendental. His body doesn't have the blood, urine, mucus, bone marrow, semen. His body is transcendental. And despite this thing, we feel very, what the word I can use, proud of our body. Just because of little thin layer of the skin is on our body. How much illusion we are. I was telling my son, he was telling, he called me as Pitasri. Pitasri, you were angry or what? I said, no, I was telling Arvind Prabhu that what this advancement is, that in the refrigerator is like making us dull and dull. That if you leave the door open, the refrigerator computer will say, the door is open. How gross, do you think we cannot figure it out? And my son told me, Pitasri, now the refrigerator is going to come, that they will tell you that it is time to order the milk, because we have no vision to see when we take the milk that it's getting empty. How much dull this arrangement is making us, And the other important thing I told my son, what it has to do with the operation of refrigerator is to make the things keep cool. That's all. What it has to do that it is door open or closed. But if those things doesn't work, they stop cooling that. So you have to call them maintenance man. That's how they increase all this facility, more chances of breaking down so they can make more money. Why they cannot have a separate that, okay, even though those device it doesn't work to see the door is open or closed, at least it should continue doing their refrigeration work for what it's meant for. But it stopped working. You have to fix first that to computers should tell you the door is open or closed. What a world we are living. So I was telling him I was not fighting, but I get so much, you know, excited that this world is making us so dull. That's all it is. All advancement is making us dull and dull. And we think we are making advancement. That is the greatest illusion. Okay, let's go back to Krishna. Krishna was certain that Jarasandha would take advantage of the opportunity to capture. Krishna can know everything. Mathura, when it was also being besieged by Kalayavan, he therefore thought it is wise to take precautionary measures to defend the strategic points of Mathura. If both Krishna and Balram were engaged in fighting with Kalayavan at one place, Jarasandha might come at another place to attack the whole Yadu family and take his revenge. Jarasandha was very powerful, and having been defeated 17 times, he might vengefully kill the member of the Yadu family or arrest them and take them to his kingdom. So Krishna therefore decided to construct a formidable fort in a place where no two-legged animal, either man or demon, could enter. Dwarka fort is wonderful. He decided to keep his relatives there so that he would there then be free to fight with the enemy. Krishna's plan is so beautiful. It appeared that formerly Dwarka was also part of the kingdom of Mathura, because in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that Krishna constructed a fort in the midst of a sea. Remnants of the fort which Krishna constructed are still existing on the Bay of Dwarka. And I think Narendra Modi is making some vessels that will take you, marines, that we can see the old fort of Dwarka, whatever the remnants. Haribo. All those things is there, but we have no conviction. We don't believe it. As I was saying, something come in my mind, it just goes through whole day. That at the birthplace of Krishna, at the Nan Bhavan, there are 84 pillars. It's physical pillars, but it says that nobody has yet counted 84 pillars. It does need the divine ability to count those transcendental pillars, not with these limited senses. We are so much limited in all respect. I don't know why we become proud of anything.
What is Bed the Dwarka, Prabhuji? Is this part of where Krishna was born, or Bed the Dwarka?
Okay, no. He was born in Mathura, but he spent a lot of time in Dwarka. Yes, because he was king there. He had so many palaces. So he first of all constructed a very strong wall covering 96 square miles. And the wall itself was within the sea. They don't need any, look at that, even all this fort that our king has built with all the stone, like, when you go to the Radha Govinda temple, 7-story. And if you look at the beam, It's like a, 15 feet long, 4 feet wide. How they have put that stone on the seventh floor? Imagine, with no artificial equipment. Intelligence was so sharp, Arvind Prabhu. They were able to construct. Look at the Taj Mahal. All these, they don't need the technology advancement. That intelligence was there. But we are losing it and we are taking shelter of this nonsense advancement. It was certainly wonderful and was planned and constructed by Vishwakarma. No ordinary architect could construct such a fort within the sea. Look at this, Arvind Prabhu. But an architect like Vishwakarma, who is considered to be the engineer among the demigods, can execute such wonderful craftsmanship anywhere, in any part of the universe. That's intelligence. If huge planets can be floated in the weightlessness in the outer space by the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, surely the architectural construction of the fort within the sea covering a space of 96 square miles was not a very wonderful act. I always remember, when these kind of things come, to build even 40,000 gallons of swimming pool, you have to put so much thick concrete foundation to hold 40,000 gallons of water. Look at the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean, thousands of miles deep, with no foundation. It's just by the will of Krishna. And we have no faith in Krishna. And we think that our advancement is much greater. Show me that these people can do such a thing. Show me that even can build that swimming pool even only 40,000 gallons. Show me that that can hold the water. If you think that scientific advancement is better, Arvind Prabhu, open your eyes. Examples are in front of you. Don't keep your illusion vision. See clearly what it is reality, and you will understand. Millions and billions of universes floating, and they never had any accident by the will of Krishna. And you think that they are making nice road over here. So many accidents every day. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that this new well-constructed city developed within the city had regular planned roads, street and lanes. Listen, which is better? Not only were there well-planned roads, street and lanes, but there were well-planted paths and gardens filled with plants known as kalpavruksha or desire tree. Build those trees, grow those trees, and show me advancement. These desire trees are not like an ordinary tree of the material world. The desire trees are found in the spiritual world, and by Krishna's supreme will, everything is possible. So, such desire trees were planted in the city of Dwarka, constructed by Krishna. The city was also filled with many palaces and gopuras and big gates. And we don't have any border on US, Haribol. These gopuras are still found in some of the larger temples. They are very high and constructed with extreme artistic skill. Such palaces and gates held golden water pots, kalas. Where is the richness? So many. These water pots on the gates or in the palaces are considered to be auspicious sign. Where is auspiciousness in this material? You cannot put even the iron pot. Almost all the palaces were skyscraper. In each and every house, there were big pots of gold and silver and grain stocked in underground rooms. Very so many your richness, Arvind Prabhu. And there were many golden water pots within the room, not only one or two, just to show. The bedrooms were all bedecked with jewels, and the floors were mosaic payment of the Merkata jewels. Build that house. I would like to see that advancement. The Vishnu deity worshipped by the descendant of Yadav was installed in each house in the city. That's the culture. The residential quarters were so arranged that the different castes, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, had their respective quarters. People can live so peacefully. They don't know how to manage it. It appears from this that the caste system was existing even at that time. In the center of the city, there was another residential quarter made specifically for King Ugrasena. And this place was the most dazzling of all the houses. And you know, the previous time, Arvind Prabhu, those, even the kings, I have seen some, Rana Pratap and those, when you visit those fort in Rajasthan area, some, I visited one, and the guide was telling me, they show me the cave the king created and had so much gold he stored there. And I think what they say that when Indira Gandhi put the state of emergency in India, I think in 80s somewhere, late 80s, military trucks were filling up all the gold coins, and it took them 1 month to empty that cave from the gold. Now where that gold has gone, you don't know, Arvind Prabhu, how much this polluted government we have, and we think about advancement. Haribo. When the demigod saw that Krishna was constructing a particular city of his own choice, then how come it cannot be beautiful? They sent the celebrated Parijat flower of the heavenly planet. Somebody was looking for it, one of the devotees said, who has the Parijat flower plant I want to plant? You need to go to the Krishna Loka. Ample Parijata flower is there. And to be planted in the city. And they also sent a parliamentary house, Sudharma. The specific quality of this assembly house was that anyone participating in a meeting within it would overcome the influence of invalidity due to old age. Show me this type of a construction. The demigod Varuna also presented a house which was all white except for black ears and which could run at the speed of the mind. Kuvera, the treasurer of the demigods, presented the art of attaining 8 perfectional stages of material opulences. In this way, all the demigods began to present their respective gifts according to their different capacities. There are 33 million demigods, and each of them is entrusted with a particular department of universal arrangement. All the demigods took the opportunity of the Supreme Personality Godhead constructing a city of his own choice to present the respective gifts, making the city of Mathura unique within this universe. This proves that there are undoubtedly innumerable demigods, but none of them are independent of Krishna. As stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna is the supreme master and all other are servant. So all the servants took the opportunity of rendering service to Krishna. And when he was personally present within this universe, this example should be followed by all, especially those who are Krishna conscious. For they should serve Krishna by their respective abilities. Every one of us has a unique qualification that Krishna has given us, so Krishna can relish the relationship. But we have no interest. We just want to make our material situation better and better. How much do you think, how much time we have spent in our life just to make our material life comfortable? Just put hours, number of hours and number of years. We study for what purpose? To earn the money so we can live happily material. That knowledge doesn't give anything. They are making the people headless. And that's why Prabhupada says, when that lawsuit was there, they said that, oh, the Hare Krishna movement is doing the brainwash. And Prabhupada used to say, where is the brain? There is no brain. How can we wash? Haribol. And we are so proud that still we think that, oh, this advancement is so great. What kind of grossness we have got in our mind. When the new city was fully constructed, let's be punctual on our service. I just glance over. It's 6:54. We should stop here so the devotees who wants to attend other respective duties, they are free to leave. And the devotees who has some time that they would like to chant with us another extra hour, they are welcome to do so. So with those thoughts, remembering that how Krishna, if you have Krishna in your life becomes so successful. We don't need anything except the holy name. That's what we were reading today. Jagdanand Pandit revealed one thing out of all angas of bhakti. One is prominent, which is to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It will reveal everything to us. We don't need to read the books. It can reveal within our heart if we purified our heart completely. So with those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless in your life. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become successful and with no fear in their life. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take so much austerity to join every morning. It's not easy, brother and sister, to wake up from the bed at exact time. So many people has tried, but they have failed so far. Unless they get the mercy of Krishna by following strictly praying, keep that position that we are totally useless. We have no ability on our own. Until the realization come, we won't be able to wake up and join on time. Haribol. So we appreciate at least your sincere effort who joined, and I want to offer my obeisances at their feet, who joined from Houston, Fresno, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Aurora, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Phoenix, Tempe, Austin, College Station, San Jose, Portland, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, Alaska, Orlando, Jacksonville, St. Louis, San Diego, Loganville, Georgia, Alaska, Maine, Ottawa, New Orleans, Laguna Beach, Toronto, Vancouver, Kolkata, and New Delhi. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So thank you very much. Let's give our mind and heart for another